Many of my kidney patients who are past their 60s tell me a very similar story. They often say, "Doctor, I barely use salt. I only sprinkle a little at the table, maybe take a spoon of pickle juice, use some seasoning packets, or choose low sodium salt. That's it." But when we carefully add up all of those small additions, it usually becomes clear why their blood pressure remains high and why their kidney test results refuse to settle, even while taking medication. The problem is that salt is not only coming from the shaker. It hides in sauces, mixes, packets, and even drinks that are marketed as healthy. I am Dr. Ashley Coleman, your senior kidney and prostate specialist here at Senior Health Protect. Today, I want to walk you through 7 sources of hidden salt that I see repeatedly in my kidney clinic. These are the quiet extras that strain your kidneys even when you believe your diet is clean. If you are living with kidney disease, elevated creatinine, or trying to protect kidneys that are already weak, stay with me. The final one is the most concerning to me because many older adults assume it is completely safe. Before we get into it, I would really like to hear from you. How often do you check your kidney numbers such as creatinine or eGFR, and what guidance has your doctor given you about salt? Share your experience in the comments. I do read them, and they help guide future topics. Many people think the most harmful salt is added during cooking. They believe that sprinkling a little at the table cannot possibly matter. But when kidneys are already under stress, that final shake can be enough to push blood pressure higher and worsen fluid retention. Salt added at the table is absorbed quickly because it goes straight onto the food. Your kidneys act as tiny filters. When extra salt enters your body, water is retained to dilute it, increasing pressure inside your blood vessels. Over time, this added pressure can damage those filters and lead to swelling, shortness of breath, and persistent fatigue. A mistake I see often is cutting back on salt while cooking, then compensating with the shaker at meals. Some people even keep a small dish of salt or seasoning beside their plate. By the end of the day, they have consumed far more sodium than they realize. A more kidney-friendly approach is to keep the salt shaker off the table entirely. Use garlic, onion, herbs, lemon, pepper, or salt-free seasoning blends while cooking. If salt is needed, measure it in the kitchen rather than adding it freely at meals. Follow the limits your kidney doctor or dietitian has given you. Over time, your taste buds adapt, and food can still feel satisfying without that final salty boost. Another common issue comes from seasoning mixes, flavor cubes, and instant packets. I once spoke with a patient who believed she had removed all salt from her diet, yet her blood pressure remained high. When we looked closer, she was using multiple flavor cubes in soups and seasoning packets on meats. She did not think of these as salt, but they were equivalent to pouring salt directly into the pot. Many of these products are extremely high in sodium despite their small size. For kidneys that are already struggling, this creates a heavy burden. The body does not care where sodium comes from. A cube, packet, or powder still raises sodium levels. Checking the nutrition label is essential. Products with higher sodium per serving are not kidney-friendly. A better option is using herbs, spices, garlic, ginger, vinegar, and lemon for flavor. If you are accustomed to using these packets, reduce them gradually so your taste can adjust. Convenience foods such as canned soups, instant noodles, and ready-made gravies are another major source. They may seem easy and comforting, but many rely heavily on salt for flavor. Some contain a very large sodium load in just one serving. When kidneys are compromised, this creates a sudden strain. Salty foods cause the body to hold water, increasing pressure in blood vessels, and quietly damaging both the kidneys and the heart over time. A common habit is eating an entire can or packet and calling it a light meal, sometimes adding extra sauces on top. If these foods are used at all, low-sodium versions should be chosen and diluted with water, vegetables, and herbs. Even better is preparing soups at home, where every grain of salt can be controlled. Sauces and condiments are another hidden source. Even people who remove the salt shaker often dip food into ketchup, soy sauce, barbecue sauce, or sip pickle juice. These liquids may not taste as salty as crystals, but they deliver large amounts of sodium. Small dips throughout the day can add up quickly. Measuring portions and choosing low-sodium versions helps, but alternatives such as lemon juice or vinegar can add flavor without overwhelming the kidneys. Some drinks that appear healthy can also contribute significant sodium. Certain vegetable juices, sports drinks, and flavored waters contain added salt. These products are often designed for athletes, not seniors with kidney disease. Drinking them regularly can increase swelling, raise blood pressure, and make breathing feel more difficult. Reading labels is essential. For most kidney patients, plain water within doctor-approved limits, herbal teas, or homemade juices without added salt are safer options. Another overlooked source is baking soda and fizzy tablets used for heartburn or digestion. These products often contain sodium compounds. Because they do not taste salty, people forget to count them. Regular use can quietly add a large sodium load and worsen fluid retention and blood pressure. Anyone with kidney disease should only use these products under medical guidance. Finally, salt substitutes and mineral salts deserve special caution. Many low-sodium salts replace sodium with potassium. While this may be helpful for healthy kidneys, it can be dangerous for damaged ones. Excess potassium can build up in the blood and affect heart rhythm. Many patients assume that a low-sodium label means safe, but that is not always true. Anyone with kidney disease should never switch to salt substitutes without professional advice. In summary, hidden salt does not always come from a shaker. It appears in seasonings, soups, sauces, drinks, remedies, and even products labeled as healthier alternatives. You do not need to be perfect, but every small reduction helps ease the workload on your kidneys. Choose a couple of simple changes this week, such as removing the salt shaker from the table or replacing sauces with herbs and lemon. Over time, these gentle adjustments can support better blood pressure control, reduce swelling, and improve daily comfort. Even later in life, small changes in seasoning habits can make everyday activities feel easier. I would love to hear which hidden salt surprised you most and which change you plan to make first. Please share in the comments. This information is for education only and is not personal medical advice. Always discuss your individual situation with your own doctor.